today's tutorial is going to be on this look right here. It is another fall inspired makeup tutorial and I love how it came out. This just screams fall to me. The brown lip, the brown eyes, I really like it, and it's exciting because it is another Morphe 35O palette tutorial. In case you guys don't have me on any social media or anything like that, I recently just hit 20,000 views on my last Morphe makeup tutorial, so I just want to say thank you to you guys. Thank you for all the love and support. I was so excited because I love that palette. I loved that video that I did. It was actually the very first video I filmed when I first got this camera that I'm using right here, and it was when I really started to get more committed to YouTube, so it was just really rewarding to see that that blew up and you guys loved it so much. Since I know so many of you have this palette, I thought I would bring more looks for you guys. I'm probably going to be doing a few more during this fall season. It is the perfect fall palette. If you guys don't have it, you need to get it. It's seriously so good. The quality is amazing. The colors are amazing. And yeah, there's just so many different things you can do with it, especially during this time of year. Just these colors are everything. So I thought I would do something maybe a little bit different. I usually do shimmery and glittery kind of looks. But I would do an all matte eyeshadow look with this palette today because my last one had a really bright shimmer on the lid. So I thought I would do something a little bit different, use some browns like I normally don't do. And so yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. So I'm starting out with my foundation already done and we're going right into brows. I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Caramel. And I'm priming my eyes with some Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer, and then I'm going to go ahead and clean up my brows with some concealer. I'm using NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And of course, we're working from the Morphe 35O palette today, and I'm just going to start by setting my primer with this yellow shade. I'm just going to bring that all the way up to the brow bone to also kind of set the concealer that we put on. And now I'm picking up this lighter shade. I always use this color as a transition color before I do anything else with my eye look. I'm just building that into the crease with an M433 brush. And just kind of keep blending that in until everything is really blended really seamlessly. This whole look is really all about blending, like most of my looks are, but this look really has a lot to do with blending. And now we're going to take this color. It's a little bit deeper version of the shade we just used. I always use this color. It's one of my favorite colors in the palette. I am just building that a little bit deeper into the crease, and it's just a little bit darker, so it just adds some dimension to the look. And I'm applying this with my other M433 brush. Yes, I have two of these brushes because I love them. And to further blend everything out, I'm picking up my Sigma E40 brush. This brush is so good for blending all the colors together. And now we're going to be adding this deeper brown shade to the look. This is really the color that's going to give the look some life, and I'm just going to kind of pack that on with this flat shader brush. I don't know the brand of this brush, it's super old, but you're just going to kind of pack that on to that outer corner. It's going to look a little messy at first, but it's okay. It is really easy to blend out. It just takes some work. So just pack that on until you think you have enough there. You might have to go back in with more like I do. And I decided not to use tape today. You're obviously free to use tape if you want to, but I am being a little bit messy because I am going to go ahead and clean everything up with concealer when I'm done with my eyes, and it'll give it that sharp wing that I usually like. Just keep going back and forth with the shader brush and your blending brush, whichever one you guys have. I'm using the M433, and just keep blending until everything looks how you want it to look. Now to kind of bring everything back together, I'm mixing that yellow shade and then the lighter shade we use for our crease, and I'm going to be putting that kind of in the inner corner and bringing it over to the lid to just make everything look really blended. And like in the last step, I am going back and forth between a shader brush and a blending brush just to get everything looking how I want it to look. It's just supposed to look really blended and a little bit more natural, not so precise. It's a little bit more smoky and blown out. So just keep on blending, keep on adding color wherever you feel like you need to, just until you're satisfied with how the look looks. And before I smoke out my lower lash line, I'm going to go ahead and move on to concealer. I have been doing my concealer a little bit different recently. I haven't been bringing it down all the way like I normally would. I've mainly just been putting it under my eyes. I've just been doing that because I feel like when I bring it down really low, it makes my face look really white and it kind of just gets everywhere, and it makes my foundation look lighter than it is. So if you guys feel like that's happening too, don't bring your concealer down so low. And you can see here I am using the concealer to clean out my eyes, and it just makes it look really clean and nice. If you guys use tape, you don't have to worry about this step, but if you want to clean up your look, using concealer is a really easy way to do it. And I forgot to mention I'm using NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla Light 2. And instead of baking today, I am using this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder. I have really been liking how this looks. I haven't been baking recently. I don't really know why. I just feel like this has been going better with my skin tone. I haven't really wanted a super bright, like white look recently. So yeah, I've been loving this powder recently, and I've been loving this brush for it too. It is the Sigma F35 tapered brush. It works really, really well for your under eyes, and as you guys know, I'm an affiliate, so I will leave that link below. For bronzer, I am using Bahama Mama by The Balm. I am applying that with my Real Technique Expert Face Brush. I'm going to kind of contour my cheeks out a little bit and then blend everything out with a fluffier brush. And then I am taking some setting powder and cleaning up my bronzer. And for blush, I am using the Morphe 90 blush palette. I am just using this kind of mauve shade that's in the middle. And now to kind of make that highlight pop and just to kind of get ready for my powder highlighter, I am using a Benefit What's Up. I am putting that on my cheekbones, on my nose, and on my Cupid's bow. And now for my powder highlighter, I am using Mary Luminizer by The Balm. I didn't show you guys the package because it is broken and it's basically just loose powder right now, so it didn't look that good. But it's just like a white gold highlight. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. And I'm applying it with this Morphe fan brush. It's the M310. And now going back in with that same color we used earlier, I'm going to just smoke out my lower lash line and just put it all the way from my inner corner all the way to my outer corner. And now we're picking up the deepest shade that we used, and I'm putting that kind of on the outer corner of my lower lash line. I'm not going to bring that all the way over because I kind of want everything to have a little bit of a gradient effect. And since this is a matte eye look, I'm going to keep the inner corner matte as well, and I'm going to mix those two lighter shades that we used and just kind of pack that in on the inner corner. And I'm using a Morphe E36 brush. And now for lashes, I am using Cocoa Lashes in the style Soho. And now moving on to lips, we are using MAC's Oak Lip Liner. It's not as dark as the lipstick that we're going to be using, but we're just kind of using it as a guide so we don't go overboard with the liquid lipstick. And now for the lipstick, this kind of brings the whole look together. It really makes it more of a fall look, so I really love this lip. It's from ColourPop and it's the color Tansy. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I love how this look came out. And please let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below, and give me a thumbs up if you're loving the fall videos and you want to keep seeing more. And please subscribe if you haven't already. I make new videos every Friday. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Way too many fears, way too much emotion. I don't even know what's bad. Just say fuck it, keep on going.